All right. ACO, Aerys Crystal Outpost, um, is one of our most rated bases in the game that we have been fighting consistently at for the past week or so. We've had a lot of raids, but the reality is it's an older base. A lot of people don't know it as well as they should. And so I figured, I made one of these for Warehouse. I figure I'll make one for ACO, and a little overview of the base explaining um, the ins and outs, the callouts, the basic things that you need to know to defend this base. Um, you shouldn't have much of an issue with this base, honestly. It doesn't require much effort. Um, but there's basically 3 pushes you can make, and you got to just understand those pushes in their entirety. If you don't know who I am, General Sovereign. I run a bunch of stuff. I'm pretty cool. Um, that's all I got. So, Aerys Coastal Outpost. Here is our spawn. This top part does not really do anything. I'll explain the one thing it does later. Obviously you have your settings and stuff. I play with settings off, but you can play with them on. It doesn't really matter. So, as a defender, the uh, balcony is to your left, and the skywalk is to your right. So if we start with, we'll start with skywalk first. Skywalk is probably the more influential one. So as we get to both sides, you have a couple drops. So this right here, there's one on each side. This is on the way to skywalk, and it drops down right here. Now on the other side, on the balcony side, there's also a drop. And they both drop down right into this little room. And you come out here, and this right here, where I'm standing, is referred to as bottom snow or lower snow. Okay? Bottom snow, this used to be snowy. Now it's not because we redid the base, but it used to be all snowy up here, which is why it's called snow. So this is bottom snow. Okay? Now, um, you got up here. The way what you do with this is you set up right here to stop turn pushes. You can drop down and hold down here. Many different options from bottom snow. Now, if we head back up into the skywalk canal or skywalk tunnel, hang on there. All right, perfect. Then we can go this way, and this right here is called top snow because again, it used to be snowy. So there's the top, and right here, here, and all this is top snow. Now, um, you can't get up to top snow from bottom snow without stacking. You have to stack right here to get people up. So the only way to get to take top snow from bottom snow is to stack up. Um, top snow is very powerful. If you guys didn't know at this base, the terminal is down there, but um, the lava, which you can see down there, at times rises. I mean, you can see it rising now, but obviously, in an official raid, it actually rises, and the terminal moves up to right there. And the lava comes all the way up and floods this entire area. And so the only way to get terminal is through this catwalk right here. So, now that you know, this call out is catwalk. All right, pretty straightforward. Now, um, again, you have top snow up here. This right here, since we're talking about it, this is crystal. This is the crystal that, if anyone's referring to crystal, it is usually this one. And on the raider side, it's that one, or something like that. Anyway, that's top snow for you. That's the basics of that. Now, this right here is your skywalk tunnel. So this is skywalk over here, and the way you push this is you come straight right here, you rally right here, and you push this way. You try and get over this way. You medigun out. Basically, your job is to try and use this barricade to try and, excuse me, not get shot. So you get up here. If you sit at this barricade, you die. Don't sit there. Push up, use your momentum, and get to these crates. Sit right here, sit in these crates. We're good. This is called teleporter, TP room. Getting TP, pretty straightforward. This is a teleporter. Teleports you down. There's a glitch with it, so sometimes you're randomly shooting and it teleports you up. It's very odd. We don't know how to fix it, so it is the way it is. Now, here are your windows. This is one window. This is the other window. You just have to understand that they can shoot you from the balconies. Those are your balconies over there, and I'll show you those in a moment. So they can shoot you from their balconies, and so you have to stay down. So usually the setup in Skywalk is 2 guys out here. So one on this crate, one on this crate. They heal each other when they need to, and they sit right here and hold. No problems necessary. And the rest of your team sits in teleporter room. When the other team gets past this wall, they're in something of a no man's land. They're stuck right here. You have all the cover. your team from balcony can shoot them right here. So when they get to like this position, they're getting shot at, and so what you do is you leave these two guys right here. They pull back like this, and everyone in TP pushes out, and it should be a full wipe every time. Now, if we make our way back the other side to the balcony side, this is the other main part of the map, and this is another place you need to hold. You need to have guys here pretty consistently. So here it is. Yeah, cover. It's pretty straightforward. You can shoot, you can hold, you can do whatever you need to do. The biggest job of the balcony is crossfiring. You need to shoot Skywalk. You need to try and deal with their balcony. You need to shoot people going for term. All of the above. Balcony is very, very powerful in its abilities and whatever. Now, balcony has a little bit of a interesting part to it in that it can get flanked. There's these crystals, and both sides have them. They're differently arranged on both sides, but they're very similar. So here, on the defender side, you can climb up these crystals like this. If I was good at parkour, I'd be able to do it well. And they can get up to right here, and they can shoot you and flank you, right? Now, on the Raider side, it's the same thing, except it's just a little bit different. You come up this way, but it's still, very similar cover-wise, and you get up here and you can shoot. So, essentially, balcony is never safe. You have to be constantly zooming, constantly watching, and trying to stay alive here. Because remember, you can't really head glitch here. You have to you have to crouch, then peek up, crouch, whatever. So that's your balcony. That's your skywalk. Very straightforward. Now let me go explain floor 1 before we hit anything else. So in floor 1, you have terminal, you have main. This is main, and you have defender and raider. Now you would have a door. You say you raider door, but just raider, defender, main. Now, if you're trying to F1 hold, you hold right here. You leave 3 guys here or something, and you basically split your team half and half on these sides. You leave like 1 or 2 guys right here watching terminal, and that's how you hold F1. So if you're trying to hold F1, that's an option. Now, teleporter. You can teleport up, come up here. Now we're in Skywalk again. We have full control. So you can only one guy can go up teleporter at a time though. So if they're holding in TP, you don't want to just push up this teleporter willy nilly. You want to make sure you know what they're doing in there before you make your play. So let's go over a couple. Oh, also, let me just explain the terminal real quick, since I know people might be curious. If you die on the terminal, it caps. So it's a death cap terminal. So if the terminal is at full cap and you die on it, it will capture and what's it called? And they'll have to go deal with it. So if you're dying on terminal, if you're going for a suicide to cap term, you sit like right here or right over here, and you try and die on terminal so that it captures. Pretty straightforward. Now, in regards to pushes, you have your first push of the game. It can be pretty anything, but the default setup is 8 skywalk and 2 on the balcony, right? That's your default. So when I start a game, I leave 8 skywalk, 2 balcony. I try and win skywalk first. It's a very default strategy. It works most of the time. Your second option is send 8 balcony and 2 skywalk. Sending 8 balcony, you leave your 2 balcony players up here. You drop down 6. You go get a term capture. But while you're going for term, you're making a special play. Because you have term, we left 2 skywalk players up here. So they are sitting right here. And they can go right up here, like this, and shoot anyone shooting you from skywalk. So it's a very, very powerful position if you wanted to do that. However, that push relies on a floor 1 hold, which is not as reliable as anything else. So I recommend sending more to skywalk. Now, in regards to balcony, the goal is you want 2 here. You want 2 holding their balcony. So usually what I like to do is I like to win skywalk, then send 2 to go capture, and then go wipe their balcony and hold it. And then you leave the rest on skywalk. And the guys on skywalk, all they have to do is just sit behind these crates. You leave 2 behind these crates. They try and get as much damage and kills as they can, but they don't die. As long as they don't die, everything's okay. And then the rest of your guys in TP are just sitting here. There's 4 in TP, and you just fight them here. And once you have that, it's called it's like a death hold. Like it's very, very difficult to break. They have to win a push, and that's hard to do. So but if you get that, it's also hard to win. Other off-spawn pushes you can make would be coming top snow and just taking the top snow off, and just going from there. You can do that. Another off-spawn push I've made more as a throw, but it's kind of fun to do. is there is the top of the map, and I know most of the top of the map doesn't do anything, but there are parts. So here, this drops down right here. So it's basically just a slower way to down here. So I don't recommend using that. However, each team has a drop right here. And this drop leads to lower snow. If you take this, you are faster than they are. You will get there faster. You can run all the way up here and get to about here-ish before they even remotely touch balcony. So you can go down, get a capture, and go hold F1, or go overextend, or you can send your full team up here and go take their balcony, take their side, just reverse hold them. That's your option too. So that is all your off-spawn pushes. Now, if you're trying to retake terminal, you have a couple options. One, if the lava's up, I guess we'll explain that first. Lava can go up, as I said. Lava goes to about here, where my head is, like, so yeah, basically you're gonna have to, like, all of floor 1 becomes worthless with lava's up. So the way to push for term is just you gotta come up skywalk, or you gotta come up and hold here. Now you have a couple options though. You can either push up here, or you can push skywalk. You win the skywalk push and you overextend. Now here, I know a lot of people don't understand this call out. It's kind of a call out we've kind of built and developed. Overextend means to overextend, to push to their side. So here we are overextending from our side to their side. And what you do in this push is one guy heals, or one guy shoots in the back, one or two shoot in the front, everyone else heals. Push up right here. You like peek the single because it's an easy kill, and then you have a couple options. Sitting right here is a call out we call holding the Alamo. If you don't know what the Alamo was, it was a church in Texas, and the Texan people who were like similar to Americans, but they weren't American yet. Uh, they were holding the Alamo church against the Mexican army in like 18 something or another, and so they held to the last man. That's the same thing here. It's called hold the Alamo. You hold right here. You try and get as many kills as you can. You make them push you, and if you die, it's okay. But the goal is just get a couple kills, basically wipe a push, and then run this way and go take their top snow. Once you have their top snow, you can deal with their balcony. Right, you can all shoot their balcony. That's a wipe. You can also run over this way, and you can stack up your guys right here on their balcony. You can do a bunch of things, and then from there also you can go capture terminal if the lava's up or if it's down even. So that is one push. The other push is coming through just top snow, pushing up straight. Very, very straightforward. No problems there. You guys really shouldn't have an issue with that type of play. And then when lava is up, you either want to hold their side or you want to hold our side. And if you want to hold our side, I recommend getting 4 on the balcony. You want to get around 4 sitting on your balcony because then they have a crossfire. Think about it. If they're up here, they can hang on. If they can't get flanked, right? Because the lava covers up to like right here or something stupid. They not there. Hold on. It covers up to like right here, right? So they can't get up here, right? So you leave 4 up here. They can shoot anyone going for term. They can shoot skywalk. They can shoot literally everything. So you want 4 on balk. You want 2 on this crystal, or 1 or 2 on this crystal right here, because they can shoot today with a perfect angle on terminal if lava's up. And the rest want to probably be skywalk, but it could be really anything. You can send 3 balk. Another off spawn thing you can do: 3 balk, 7 sky. One of your balk players just is a dedicated overextend, and goes and takes their balk every life, and he kills a bunch and it holds. I recommend sending an elite to do this. Notable people who do this: Prixis, very good at it. Refresh, very good at it. Faxist, very good at it. Most of the PGs are fantastic at it. Major is very good at this. There's a lot of different ones that all do this very well. So if you want to do that, you're welcome too. That about explains ACO though. It's really not that hard. It's just listening skills. If you listen to your leaders, listen to what they tell you to do, understand what an overextend is, understand when you have to heal, when you have to shoot. If you're in the back of the push at ACO, these corridors are small. Like here, if we head over to Skywalk real quick, just so I can show you, these corridors are small. They're very compact. So if you're in the back of the push, you need to heal. Your front guys shoot. You're gonna be your shots are gonna get blocked if you're shooting from the back. So just be aware of that. And just again, listen to your leaders, listen to how they want to play. There's no reason to oversend. Also, pockets at ACO do not help. I understand some of you want to heal. I understand some of you want to just try and keep your team alive, but do not pocket. Hard pocket. I'm happy if you want to like heal someone during a fight, by all means. But if your intention is to pocket the entire game and get sub like 1,000 damage, you will lose. You will straight up lose. Just last night, Aegis Corps raided ACO. They had they had a good team. Their leader, Clear Pilot, sat there and pocketed his Neem the entire time. Uh, we had a player on our team playing on a controller who got more damage than Clear Pilot did, and we won that defense. So, lesson learned: don't hard pocket. You need to heal. Yes, healing's very important, but shoot your gun on this base and it will do wonders. When you're in a fight, you heal if you're in the back, you shoot if you're in the front. This is the most basic thing you can do, and you will win. That's all I got, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, take it easy.